Imagine you could watch a documentary about your own life. Every moment where you almost started something. Every night you opened the laptop and then closed it. Every conversation where you described the dream with so much detail that the other person assumed you'd already begun. Now imagine watching all of those moments back to back, compressed into a single hour. That's the documentary the 80-year-old version of you is watching on a loop. And it's not inspiring, it's suffocating. The word inevitable gets thrown around like it's something you think your way into. A mindset shift, a vision board, a system you install, and then results come pouring out the other end. But inevitability has never once in the history of human beings been produced by thinking. It is produced by contact, your hands on the thing, your hours inside the thing, your willingness to be terrible at the thing long enough for the terrible to become something that can't be ignored. Everything else, the planning, the preparing, the strategizing, is a performance of progress that produces nothing except the feeling of having moved without moving at all. Nietzsche had a phrase for the kind of person who turns their life into something undeniable. He called it becoming who you are. And the reason that phrase cuts deeper than it looks is because of what it implies. That who you are already exists, fully formed, underneath every excuse, every delay, every comfortable story you've been telling yourself about timing. You don't create that person. You uncover them, and the uncovering only happens through actions so consistent that the layers of hesitation start falling off on their own. You can't think the layers away. You can't plan them away. You have to move until they can't hold on anymore. The reason most people's dreams die is not complicated. It has nothing to do with talent or resources or circumstances. Their dreams die because they are waiting for a feeling that doesn't exist. They're waiting to feel ready. And readiness, real, honest, unmistakable readiness, is not a state that precedes action. It's a state that follows it. You feel ready after you've started, after the first terrible draft, after the first session that went nowhere, after the first 3 weeks of work that produced something you'd be embarrassed to show anyone. Readiness is a receipt, not a ticket. You can't use it to get in. You only receive it after you've already walked through the door. This is the part where most people stall. They understand the principle. Start before you're ready, just begin, take action, and then they go right back to consuming. Another video, another book, another conversation with a friend where they describe the dream so clearly that the friend says, "You should really do that," and they nod and feel the warmth of being seen as someone with potential. That warmth is poison, because potential without contact is just a compliment you're paying yourself. It costs nothing, it builds nothing, and it degrades over time. The longer you carry potential without converting it into something real, the heavier it gets. Not lighter, heavier. Until one day, the gap between what you could have been and what you are becomes the thing that defines your inner life. Nietzsche wrote about amor fati, love of fate. But he didn't mean passive acceptance. He meant that the person who becomes who they are learns to love every ugly, uncomfortable, humiliating step of the process, because the process is the thing, not the destination. The dream doesn't live at the finish line. The dream lives inside the work itself, the daily, unremarkable, unglamorous contact with the thing you're building. And the reason most people never find that love is because they never stay in the work long enough for it to stop feeling like punishment and start feeling like identity. They bail during the ugly phase. They interpret the discomfort of being a beginner as a signal that they're on the wrong path. It's not a signal, it's a toll, and the road doesn't open until you pay it. Here's what nobody tells you about the people who made it. They didn't have clarity at the beginning. They didn't have a 5-year plan. They didn't sit down one morning with a detailed map and follow it step by step. They had a pull, something they couldn't stop thinking about, couldn't fully explain, couldn't justify to the people around them, and they followed it into the dark. The clarity came after, months in, sometimes years in, built not by reflection, but by repetition. Every session taught them something the previous session couldn't. Every failure narrowed the gap between what they were building and what it needed to become. The map was drawn by the walking. It was never available in advance. And every person who is currently waiting for the map before they start walking has the sequence backwards. Starting is not a moment. It's a practice. The people whose dreams became inevitable didn't start once. They started hundreds of times. Every morning, they sat down and chose the work over the comfort. Every session, they opened the project and faced the gap between what it was and what they wanted it to be, and they stayed inside that gap instead of closing the tab. That repetition, that daily, boring, undramatic act of showing up, is what bends a life. Not inspiration, not motivation, not a single electrifying decision made in a burst of clarity. The accumulation. Nietzsche understood that the person who can endure the longest becomes the person who can't be stopped. Not because endurance is noble, because endurance is compound interest applied to ability. And compound interest doesn't care about your feelings. It only cares about whether you keep showing up. The dream you're carrying right now is not asking you for perfection. It's not asking for the right conditions. It's not even asking for confidence. It's asking for contact. 1 hour of your worst work is worth more than 100 hours of your best planning, because the worst work is real. It exists. It can be improved, reworked, torn apart, and rebuilt into something better. The plan exists nowhere. It's a thought you keep polishing inside your head, getting shinier and more impressive every day, while the thing itself sits untouched. So here is what inevitability actually looks like. It looks like a person who started before the conditions were right and kept going after the excitement wore off. It looks like someone who produced something embarrassing and didn't let the embarrassment become a reason to stop. It looks boring. It looks repetitive. It looks like Tuesday night at a desk with no audience and no applause, and nothing to show for it yet, except the quiet knowledge that you are one day closer than you were yesterday. That's it. That's the entire secret. There is no hidden mechanism. There is no framework that makes the dream frictionless. There is only the question of whether you will start, and whether you will start again tomorrow, and whether you will keep starting until the thing is so deeply woven into your life that stopping would take more effort than continuing. The documentary is still being filmed. Every day you don't start is another scene of you almost beginning. And the 80-year-old in the chair is still watching. The question is whether you're going to give them something different to see,